Ang gusto nating malaman, anong plano nila? Anong plano ng boss after this?
As a president and with the board, we are strongly thinking or contemplating of the event not to push through. We have to reformat if we have to, but as of now, you would see it in our actions.
Ang sabi pa lang po nila is that they are contemplating. So, another thing is, hindi pa po ito final po, no? Although they may be behind in preparing for BOSS 2020, for 2025, can we clarify if they are saying that 2025 will not push through or they are only contemplating?
If there will be probably other event, Mr. Chair, it will be totally reformatted. The board has already decided from there to stop the event. It just so happened that we don't know how to stop it anymore.
Yung sinasabi po natin on paper, yung ating actions taken na ginagawa po natin, there is a very disconnect. Yung sa videos pa lang po, nakikita natin. Of what kind of conduct some of the participants have. So, ang katanungan po natin dito, especially why I think this is the perfect avenue, itong inquiry in aid of legislation, ay wala pa pong batas that surrounds this, at least not that we know of.
You would have to pass through city to national, provincial and city roads, municipal roads, under different conditions, day, night, heat, rain, and factoring the exhaustion and the innate human nature. Hindi po ba ito, if you consider this, napakalaki o lumalaki yung risk involved?
Tama po.
And I don't see any reason why you're still contemplating or seriously contemplating to hold such.
Wala pong kapalitan buhay sa amin. Mas yung outreach namin, gagawa kami ng paraan. Pero yung buhay kasi hindi namin papalitan eh. Yun lamang po.
Ang susunod na video ay naglalaman ng sensitibong material na maaaring magdulot ng trauma at stress sa ilang manonood. Salamat.
Sunod-sunod po na mga iba't ibang insidente sa mga kapitbahay nating regions, sa mga iba't ibang regions, not only in Luzon but of course other parts of the Philippines. Siguro po sa part ko, and of course I guess yung mga kasamahan po natin dito, ang gusto nating malaman, ang parang end result, ang gusto natin na malaman dito is anong plano nila? Anong plano ng boss after this incidents? Itong mga nangyari po na hindi ka nais-nais, ano po ang move nila? What's their next move? Kasi definitely po may risk talaga pag nasa open road tayo. Alam naman po natin yan. And ayoko man pong sabihin, alam nyo naman po sa Pilipinas, baka hindi po siya yung isa sa pinaka-conducive na lugar kung saan tayo pwedeng mag-conduct ng mga open highway na challenges. Kasi minsan nga may dumaan lang na aso. Karambola na yan, sunod-sunod na yan. So, Mr. Chair, siguro yun lang po. Ano pong plano nila after this? Anong susunod for Boss Ironman? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anybody from BOSS will answer the query of the Honorable Ortega?
Mr. Chairman, Joseph Tan.
Yes, go ahead.
After the first incident in San Juan and the subsequent event, the board has already decided from there to stop the event. It just so happened that we don't know how to stop it anymore. In spite of having the GPS, having all the coordinations made with the authorities, in spite of double checking the route twice, even thrice on the last minute. In the past, yes, there were injuries, but I think there's only one fatality. No? Except for this 2024, medyo lumaki po eh. Because after the pandemic, the participant increase. No? It is in this year of 2024 that we had the two fatalities. Walang kapalit yung buhay. So, as a president and with the board, we are strongly thinking or contemplating of the event not to push through. We have to reformat if we have to, but as of now, you would see it in our actions. We have not sent a single letter or any intentions to push through for the event for 2024. Dahil po itong, for 2025. Dahil po itong event na ito, immediately pagkaupo ng isang presidente, dapat sinisimula na po ang planning, sinisimula na po ang coordination. So yun po, Mr. Chair, the board is seriously contemplating, reviewing, not to push through for the event because of the two deaths that had happened. Wala pong kapalit ang buhay sa amin. Mas yung outreach namin, gagawa kami ng paraan. Pero yung buhay kasi hindi namin papalitan eh. Yun lamang po.
Satisfied, Your Honor?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, honorable colleagues. In addition na lang po, Mr. Chair, siguro pati yung ating mga kaibigan sa kapulisan and of course our local government units, if may other events, such events na that would come our way, siguro kailangan mas nagiging kampante siguro tayo dahil nakasanayan na. So baka napapabayaan na rin po yung on the side of safety. So of course we encourage our local government units, our partners also, to look into similar situations such as kung ano yung nangyari ngayon. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chair?
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Honorable Ortega, a short interjection in line with the answer posited by Boss.
The Honorable Gutierrez recognized.
Mr. Chair, before we lose that point lang po, no, kasi nabanggit po ng representative ng Boss that they are contemplating not pushing through with the BAMC for 2025. May I know, Mr. Chair, for the knowledge of the body in contemplating what actions we're going to pursue here, two things po. Is the president of Boss saying na hindi matutuloy lamang yung 2025? Or are they considering a permanent desistance from hosting any BAMC in the future? And second, ang sabi pa lang po nila is that they are contemplating. So another thing is hindi pa po ito final po, no? Although they may be behind in preparing for Boss 2020 for 2025, can we clarify if they are saying that 2025 will not push through or they are only contemplating? Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Tan, did you get the question of the Honorable Gutierrez?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Please answer.
The contemplation not to push through for it is more of nothing at all at 2025. And 2020, when we say nothing at all, it will normally follow for the next coming years. If there will be probably other event, Mr. Chair, it will be totally reformatted. The realization of the board is that it cannot be on the road. Because the situation now and 17 years ago are totally different. So yun po ang realization ng board na hindi na tayo pwede. Sobra ng daming sasakyan, sobra ng daming mga motor. Yun lang po.
Satisfied, Honorable?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I think I would have to recognize you because you're the next interpolator. You can proceed, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ako na pala yung next. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, of course, to our resource persons for making time to be here. Mr. Chair, yung sagot po ngayon ng boss group, no, really answers a lot of yung future questions natin. Although there is the possibility of reformatting, and what we want to prevent also are, ang nakita po natin yung trend ay meron na rin pong ibang groups na copycat po. And what is more frightening is that itong mga copycat groups are nowhere near the means and capabilities of boss group. Again, we reiterate po, no, ang nangyayari po dito, we are not pinning blame. We understand na organizers lang po yung boss, but then we have to understand rin po that there seems to be a disconnect po, no? Yung sinasabi po natin on paper, yung ating actions taken na ginagawa po natin, there is a very disconnect. Yung sa videos pa lang po, nakikita natin of what kind of conduct some of the participants have. So, ang katanungan po natin dito, especially why I think this is the perfect avenue, itong inquiry in aid of legislation, ay wala pa pong batas that surrounds this, at least not that we know of. So that's why I think, most importantly, although we commend definitely the actions of Boss Group today, in coming to the conclusion, which we also agree with, na parang there seems to be no place anymore for this kind of event 17 years after the fact. But we have to consider also if there would need strengthening of legislation to prevent future and admittedly under-capable copycats po, no? Kasi, how do we say this po, no? There are other events na rin po after BIMC which seem to hindi na po nila kaya eh. There seem to be a big replication. Tama po yung sinasabi po nila after the pandemic, nag-boom po yung motorcycle industry. So I think it's very important that we consider this not only for the BIMC, but for the state of motorcycle, the state of the motorcycle industry in general po, no? So with that introductory portion out of the way, Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask lang po, no, in relation to the organization of this BIMC, Mr. Chair, may we ask from the boss group, ano po yung permits that, or sino pong government agencies ang involved po dito? Because of course, we understand this would not be possible without yung kanilang government partners.
Mr. Tan, you can answer.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We have sent letters to the LGUs, to the Philippine National Police, and coordinated with them ahead of time. We have also command conference so that all the regional directors and concerned stations for the route will be alerted. We have sent letters to the partner LGUs and governors' offices, no, for the route, especially on where we're going to have a checkpoint. It's evident on the checkpoints wherein the LGUs would have held us na the checkpoints. The checkpoints is to ensure that we're not missing any participants.
May I also ask my own doubts insofar as this issue is concerned. Until and unless you have control of the entire environment, then you will not be able to control human behavior. Kasi tingin ko sa dami ng participants, you cannot control the environment.
Ako po personally, Mr. Chairman, sumasang-ayon po ako sa sinasabi ninyo.
Thank you. Kasi, if you consider yung event po ninyo, 1,800 plus participants to complete the same event, 1,200 kilometers in 24 hours. You would have to pass through city to national, provincial, and city roads, municipal roads, under different conditions, day, night, heat, rain, and factoring the exhaustion and the innate human nature. Hindi po ba ito, if you consider this, napakalaki o lumalaki yung risk involved?
Tama po.
And I don't see any reason why you're still contemplating or seriously contemplating to hold such. I think if you're going to do such, you must see to it, or you must be able to guarantee to a big degree the safety aspect of this event.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's go to the third aspect ng aking pananaw dito. Now, in case of death, injuries, or damage to property, who shall be held accountable? Anybody who can answer that question? The next question would be, in case there is an incident just like what happened, can the organizers be held responsible? From the research of my staff, which I have ordered, there's no Supreme Court decision yet insofar as this is concerned. But there's a case which would be comparable to this, the case of Abrugar versus Cosmos Bottling Company. That in case of negligence on the part of the organizers, they can be civilly prosecuted. Ito lang ang nakita namin na pinakamalapit na kaso which would be similar to yung mga nangyari ngayon dito sa Ironman Challenge. So, doon sa mga organizers, I believe na kung may mangyari pang ganito at makakonsulta sila ng abogado, they can file a civil case against you. Now, does boss at this point in time assume liability solely or jointly with the other riders over any loss of life or injury? At this point in time, what is the stand of boss?
Your Honor, there's a waiver. But in spite of that, we have moral obligation to support or assist the victim.
So you require all the participants to execute a waiver that the organizers, in case of any incident or accident, you will not be liable civilly or criminally?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. Okay. Mas mabilis pa yung paggawa ninyo ng waiver kaysa doon sa pag-institute nyo ng safety measures.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. Now, may I ask the government representatives present, can the government be held accountable for loss of lives, injuries, or damages inflicted upon the riders and third parties by reason of allowing this event or not stopping this event? For example, LTO, you're supposed to implement the law. And it is very clear that our laws regarding speed limits are being violated. Siguro magandang i-test case yan, ano? Oh, wala kayong masagot? Would my colleagues have other issues to raise? Pag-isipan nyo po yung mga katanungan. Kasi unang-una talaga, if there's no agency specifically given the jurisdiction to issue the permit, mali na tayo. Kasi wrong step na yun eh. The first step is already wrong. But remember na ang government pwedeng nandyan yung kanyang obligasyon at saka responsibility. Lahat po ng parte ng buhay ng isang tao, kasama po yung gobyerno eh. So I think it is incumbent on the part of the executive to find out ano talaga ang gagawin natin dito. Now, if there's a need for a law to be enacted so that we can come up with this, di mag-propose po kayo. Kasi sa tingin ko nangyari, baka wala pong nagbigay ng permit eh. Kasi ang request ng boss authorities ay for the support of government. Now, if this is the case, then they can do it every now and then, endangering the safety of lives of our citizens. Kasi yung pinangyayarihan, hindi naman nila control. Just like in a race circuit, control yung environment. Here, ginagamit natin yung mga kalsada na ginagamit din ng ating mga citizens. Those are two different things. Kung dun sa racetrack na control yung environment, may nangyayaring aksidente o insidente, ano pa kaya dito? I think government has to do something about it. So, since there are no member of this committee to interpolate, maybe kayo.
Mr. Chair, I move to suspend.
Second, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to suspend the hearing. Duly seconded. Do I hear any objection? Hearing none. The hearing of the Committee on Transportation is hereby suspended.